Hello students, today we are going to start the second unit, prose lesson, A Nice Cup of Tea by George Orwell. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம second unit-ஓட prose, A Nice Cup of Tea by George Orwell அப்படின்ற lesson நம்ம படிக்க போறோம். Okay. In this lesson, George Orwell speaks about the preparation of tea, the right method of making the tea. Why he is speaking about the right method of making the tea? So this is a very big question mark in our mind. எதுக்காக அவர் வந்து இந்த டீ ப்ரிப்பரேஷனை பற்றி இந்த லெசன் போடுறாரு? Maybe he has a passion for drinking tea, so he is very particular about the method of making the tea. That is one. And some people say that through this essay on the preparation of tea, he is trying to add his political views. இந்த எஸ்ஏ மூலமாக அவருடைய அந்த பேஷன் அளவுக்கு அதிகமான ஆசை இந்த டீ குடிக்கிறது அதை வெளிப்படுத்துறதோட அன்னைக்கு அந்த பிரிட்டிஷ் கண்ட்ரியில் பிரிட்டனில் நடந்த பொலிட்டிக்கல் சிச்சுவேஷனையும் வந்து அவர் எடுத்து சொல்ல ட்ரை பண்ணுறாரு. ஸோ தீஸ் 2 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் அதே. பட் in this lesson fully he discusses about the preparation of tea only. Okay. He says that though tea is a mainstay of civilization in many countries, what is meaning of mainstay? முக்கியமான ஒரு பானமா இருந்தும் கூட why there is no mention about the preparation of tea in the cookery book. எந்த குக்கரி புக்லையும் டீ ப்ரிப்பரேஷனை பற்றி பாயிண்ட்ஸே இல்லை. ஈவன் இஃப் சம் புக்ஸ் கிவ்ஸ் இட் இஸ் நாட் அ வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் பாயிண்ட். ஏதோ ஒரு புக்கில் கொடுத்துருந்தா கூட அது பெரிய இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் பாயிண்ட் எதுவுமே கொடுக்கல. So he is very curious about this absence of preparation of tea in the cookery book. So he himself what he does is giving 11 points on the preparation of tea. அவரே வந்து ஒரு 11 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் கொடுக்குறாரு எப்படி இந்த டீ வந்து ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணணும். Before going in detail about this lesson, children, we shall just look at the synonyms, or I'll introduce to you to new words. Okay, we'll learn the vocabulary. The first word, cauldron. What is cauldron? Cauldron means a big pot. ஒரு பெரிய பானை நம்ம சொல்றோம் பாத்திரம். That is only called as cauldron. Okay. Next one, curious. What is curious? I'm very curious to know what is going to happen next. அப்படின்னா ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட், அளவுக்கு அதிகமான ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் அடுத்து என்ன நடக்க போகுது அப்படின்னு பார்க்க போகுது. That is called curious. Dangling. What is dangling? Hanging. Okay. The vegetable is dangling. Okay, from the creeper. The கொடியில இருந்து அந்த வெஜிடபிள் வந்து தொங்கிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. That is called dangling. Okay. Despise. What is despise? Hate. I despise. Okay, coming to this place. I don't like to come to this place. I despise tea. I despise coffee. I despise this particular friend. I பிடிக்கவே hate. அதான் வந்து despise. Etiquette. Etiquette என்பது social behavior. Society நம்ம அக்செப்ட் பண்ண மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு behavior தான் etiquette. That is really called as etiquette. Liable, responsible. I am liable for this particular act. நான் இந்த வேலைக்கு நான் தான் வந்து பொறுப்பு. Liable. Okay. Optimistic. He is optimistic. அப்படின்னா he can look at things in a positive way. எல்லா விஷயத்தையுமே வந்து பாசிட்டிவா பார்க்கக்கூடியது தான் வந்து optimistic. Okay. Spout. What is a spout? In a kettle, in a teapot, you can see a pipeline will be attached. Okay, to the through that only the tea will be poured. That is only called as spout. Okay. Then stimulate. What is stimulate? When you drink tea, you get stimulated. So when you feel very bored or dull, if you have a cup of tea like that, you get stimulated, you get excited. That is only called stimulated. Virtues. What is the meaning of virtues? Good qualities. He is a person of good virtues. அப்படின்னா அவருக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப பியூட்டிஃபுல்லான virtues இருக்கு அப்படின்றது அர்த்தம். So these are the new words that you are going to learn in this lesson, children. So the cauldron, curious, dangling, despise, etiquette, liable, optimistic, spout, stimulate, and virtue. Okay, now let us go. Let us see what are the points suggested by George Orwell and the preparation of tea. Tea prepare பண்ண அவருடைய point. First, he speaks about choosing the brand. Okay, he prefers Indian tea to Chinese tea. Either Indian tea or Ceylonese tea to Chinese tea. What is the difference between Indian tea and the Chinese tea? He feels that Chinese tea is economical in the sense that you can drink it without milk. அது ரொம்ப சிக்கனமா இருக்கும். பாலே இல்லாம கூட குடிச்சிக்கலாம். But what is the expectation of a tea lover? A tea lover expects that when he takes 1 cup of tea, he should get stimulated. He should become wise. Okay, he must become optimistic. In the beginning itself I told you, when you feel bored, you have tried to have a cup of tea. நான் beginning சொன்னா நம்ம போர் அடிக்கும் போதுல ஒரு மாதிரி தளர்ந்து சோர்ந்து போய் நம்ம cup of tea குடிக்கிறது ஒரு உற்சாகம் வரும். That is not stimulated. That is lacking in the Chinese tea, it seems. That stimulation is given only by the Indian tea. So the author, when he says that a nice cup of tea, he means Indian tea. A nice cup of tea சொல்லும்போது நம்ம Indian tea தான் சொல்றோம். It's a proud moment for us. Okay. Then he speaks about the vessel that we are going to use for making this tea. He says that the tea should be made in a small teapot. It should not be prepared in the urn. Urn or பெரிய பாத்திரம். The பெரிய பாத்திரத்தெல்லாம் செய்யக்கூடாது. It should be prepared in a small teapot. If you go to army நிறைய பேர் இருப்பாங்க. Okay, in army tea it tastes greasy and whitewash. அந்த உள்ள போட்டு பாத்திரம் மாவு வாடை பெரிய பாத்திரமா இருக்கும். அதனால வந்து it won't be nice. A big cauldron is not all suitable for that. And he also says that tea which is made of prepared in enamel pots, okay, or silver pot, enamel pot, it is of inferior quality and Allah taste awake. So he says that if the tea is made in the what is a teapot that is made of china clay la senja teapot or earthen pot na man pan nu solranga adula senja teapot na the tea will be very very tasty, it seems. So first we saw that he chooses the brand. Second thing, he speaks about the type of vessel that we are going to take. Thirdly, he says that the teapot should be heated first. முதல்ல teapot வந்து நம்ம சூடாக்கிக்கணும். Instead of pouring the hot water inside the teapot and swelling it, what you should do, you should put the teapot straight on the hob. அப்படின்னா ஸ்டவ் மேல ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா வச்சு அந்த teapot வந்து நம்ம சூடாக்கணும் அப்படினு சொல்லி சொல்றாரு. Then he speaks about the amount of tea leaves that is going to be used. Okay, அது போல இந்த டீ நீங்க தண்ணி ஊத்தி you should boil the water nicely. And about the amount of tea leaves, what he says that if you are going to make a tea in a vessel that is going to fill at least quarter is a unit of liquid. Okay, if it is going to fill a quarter like that, what will you do? And if you are going to pour water till the brim na the பாத்திரத்தோட edge வரைக்கும் ஊத்த போறோம் அப்படினா, and you need at least 6 heaps of tea leaves. ஒரு அந்த பெரிய டீஸ்பூன்ல வந்து 6 ஸ்பூன் டீ போடுற அளவுக்கு இருக்கணும். Our ration should allow that. Here he is making a mention about is bringing his political views or the political view கூட. ஏன்னா in the ration they are not given sufficient tea leaves. That is a regret of the author. author என்ன ஃபீல் பண்ணாங்கன்னா ரேஷன் வந்து தேவையான அளவு கொடுக்கறது இல்ல. Only if in the container which can hold a quarter of tea and which is filled till the brim, that particular teapot needs 6 heaps of tea leaves. But the ration is not allowing them to use that, because of that they are not able to a strong tea. So here the writer says that one strong tea is equal to 20 weak teas. நீ 20 தடவை ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரென்த்தே இல்லாத ஒரு டீயை குடிக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா வந்து 20 teas if you drink only, it will be equal to 1 cup of strong tea. So he says that enough amount of tea leaves should be used. Only then the tea will be very very strong. He says that the old people, the pensioners, are given more tea leaves, it seems. Maybe the reason that as years goes, we prefer teas stronger. Like varsham poga poga, we like to have strong tea. Maybe that is the reason he's telling that. Then he speaks about the tea should be directly put into the boiling water. You should not use a muslin cloth or something to, like these days we use tea bags. You know, children, have you seen tea bags? A small cloth will be there, inside tea leaves will be put, and you will have to dip it inside and take it out. So such method, the author says such method should not be used. Tea bags use panna kudade. It should be directly put into the water, boiling water, and it should boil. Only then the tea, the tea will profuse into the water. The taste of the flavor of the tea will profuse into the boiling water. Appo the tea loses the full strength, ulla pogum, flavor ulla pogum. So he is telling that what should not be used, anything. What is that? Nothing like tea bag should be used. And he also says that baskets dangling from the spout of the tea also should be avoided. What is the meaning of dangling, children? I told you it's hanging. Spout, what is a spout? A pipeline that comes from the kettle where you pour the tea. And the wipe or pipe mari oru varum. So some places he says that a basket dangles from the spout so that when you pour the tea, the leaves are strained. And the leaves are வந்து வடிகட்டி அந்த தண்ணி வந்து போகுது. So he says that tea leaves should not be strained. When you drink, you can consume it with the tea leaves so that it will be more tasty, it seems. tea leaves oda kudicha adu innum tasty irukum. Maybe he is trying to say that since enough amount of tea leaves are not given by the nation, by the government, he is telling that he allowed to make. That is the political views that he is trying to bring here. Okay. Then what he says that once the tea leaves are boiled completely there in the boiling water, it should be transferred to the kettle. At the moment of transferring, at the moment of pouring the tea from the pot to the kettle, it should be in the boiling state. அந்த பாட்ல இருந்து அந்த கெட்டிலுக்குள்ள நம்ம ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணும்போது டீ வந்து என்ன ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்கணும், பாயிலிங் ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்கணும். It should not be the other way around. Not you boil the tea, make the tea in the kettle and you pour it into the pot. It should be prepared in the pot, then it should be poured into the kettle. At the time of pouring, அந்த ஊத்துற நேரத்துல it should be in the boiling condition. Okay. Then he speaks that once it is poured, you have to stir it nicely and allow the tea leaves to settle down. நல்ல இது பண்ணி அதை அப்படியே செட்டில் பண்ணும். ஸோ till this 7 points are covered. Till this 7 point he speaks about it. Then he speaks, the 8th point he speaks about pouring milk. He said when you add milk, you see that the cream of the milk is removed. அந்த மேலே பால் அடையான் உரைச்சிருக்க அந்த பாலெல்லாம் ரிமூவ் பண்ண சொல்லுவோம். பிகாஸ் the cream of the milk will give a sickly taste to the tea. அந்த டீயோட டேஸ்ட்டே வந்து டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணிடும். ஸோ பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் that the cream of the cream should be removed from the thing. The 9th point he says about the cup that should be used for drinking the tea. A breakfast cup. What is a breakfast cup? A long, cylindrical cup should be used for taking tea. நல்ல பெருசா cylindrical இருக்கிற cup யூஸ் பண்ணணும். Because a flat and shallow cup will not keep the tea hot for a longer time. இன்னொரு டைப் நம்ம ஃபிளாட்டா இருக்கிற கப் எடுத்தோம்னா டீ ரொம்ப நேரம் சூடா இருக்காது. Okay. And by the time you start drinking, okay, or it will start getting cooling off. அப்படின்னா சீக்கிரமா குளிர ஆரம்பிச்சிடும். So he is telling that when you drink tea, you see that the tea is served in a cylindrical long breakfast cup. The 10th point he brings out another point. What is that? Now we'll have to decide what should be poured first. Two schools of thoughts are there, it seems, about the pouring of tea. Either whether tea should be poured first or the milk should be poured first. The one school of thought says that tea should be poured first. Another school of thought says that milk should be poured first. But what the author George Bell says that it is better we pour the tea first, then the milk. Once you pour the tea, then you start pouring the milk. What happens? You know the quantity of milk that should be added to the tea. முதல்ல டீயை ஊற்றும் போது முதல்ல டீ ஊற்றிட்டு அதுக்கு மேலே பால் ஊற்றணும்னு சொல்கிறார். அப்படி பால் ஊற்றும் போது எவ்வளோ பால் நமக்கு தேவைன்னு நமக்கு தெரியும். Suppose you pour the tea milk first, then you pour the tea, what happens? The amount of milk may be more, so that it will make the tea little inferior. முதல்ல பாலை ஊற்றிட்டு அப்புறம் நம்ம டீ ஊற்றினா பாலோட அமௌண்ட் அப்போ அதிகமாகலாம். ஸோ டீயோட டேஸ்ட் நம்ம வந்து லூஸ் பண்ணிடுவோம். ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் த two schools of thoughts about the pouring of tea and milk. Okay. The 11th point he brings another interesting thing, that the Russian tea, what do? They serve the tea with the sugar. ரஷ்யாலலாம் வந்து டீல வந்து சுகர் ஆட் பண்ணுவாங்க. But what the writer feels, when you add sugar to the tea, you lose the taste of the tea. So what should you do? You should learn to drink tea without sugar. Tea வந்து சுகர் இல்லாமலே குடிக்க போயிடணும். So he is telling the people, those who are misguided, that only the sweetened tea will be good. He is telling them for fortnightனா 2 weeks, let them practice drinking the sugarless tea. Once they get practice to that, they will not go back to the sweet tea. இதெல்லாம் வந்து என்ன சொல்லணும்னா, not only he speaks about the preparation of the tea, he also tells about the less quantity of tea served by the government. Okay, sir. Then he speaks at this 11 points about the preparation of the tea. Then about the social etiquette. What is etiquette? Socially acceptable behavior. அதில் அவர் என்ன கொண்டு வரனா, pouring the tea in the saucer and drinking, he says that it is not a social etiquette. It is not a socially acceptable behavior. Saucer ஊத்தி குடிக்க கூடாது. You should drink it in the cup. Then he also says that the tea leaves are attached to so many things. Okay, it can tell you about your fortune, your future, நம்ம luck எப்படி இருக்கும், future எப்படி இருக்கும். It also tells about feeding the rabbits. It is also useful for healing the burns, and it is also useful for cleaning the carpets. So many other uses of tea leaves are also given by George Orwell. Okay, children. So hope you enjoyed this lesson.